Welcome back to Art with Mrs. Samsel. We are entering the month of March, and I wanted to honor Dr. Seuss for the love of reading and teach you how to draw the Cat in the Hat. So to do this lesson, you are going to need a white piece of paper, a pencil, a Sharpie for outlining, and something to color with. I'm going to use paint, but you can always use your crayons or markers. Grab your materials and let's get started. To draw your cat in the hat, you're going to begin with a white piece of paper, vertical, and you're going to fold it in half, lining up corner to corner. Now on the folded line, we are going to make the eyes of the cat in the hat. And we want them in the center so we can have his head, of course his hat, and his neck and bow tie. So I'm going to start by making two ovals that are relatively close together. So they're about a finger space apart from each other, and they're about a little bit more than a finger wide and about 2 fingers tall. Inside, I'm going to make the pupils. You can have your cat looking to the side, looking right at you. And I'm going to color those in. Around the eyes is going to be part of his face, and it's going to curl for his cheek and all the way around and up. So going about a finger space around it, I'm going to go above his eye and curve to the folded line, and then I'm going to bring his cheek out and curve it in and up, and then he's got a smile here. He has a flat, round, oval nose. Underneath his cheek is going to be the bottom of his mouth, and it's going to go down and in. So it follows along the shape of his upper mouth, and then it goes all the way down, and you can kind of curve out his body from there. We're going to get this side of his face, which is going to come along the outside of his smile, bringing it in, keeping his neck about 3 fingers wide, and again bringing it down his shoulders. And his shoulders are definitely more than 4 fingers wide. So a pause and a review on the cat in the hat's face. On the folded line, we had our eyes, and they were about 1 finger wide and pretty close together, and 2 fingers tall. We had the nose, then we went around the face, kind of looks like the number 3, brought down this side and along the side here. We're gonna add an ear before we close it off. So I'm not gonna touch, I'm gonna come in a little bit, and I'm gonna make a pointed ear for the cat, and I'm gonna go out and add, what I'm adding is the bill or rim of his hat. Okay, so he has his ear, and his ear is in front, and the hat is behind. Bringing that all the way up for one part of the hat, and a curve for the second part. His hat is striped. I'm going to add some stripes, and my stripes are about 1 to 2 fingers spaced apart. It's going to be red and white stripes. He's got some eyebrows to show his expression. And now bringing it down, I'm going to add his whiskers, 3 dots with 3 whiskers, 3 dots, and 3 whiskers. Our cat in the hat wears a fabulous bow tie. So I'm gonna make a nice big circle in the middle. Okay, a little bit bigger, wider than the eyes, almost 2 fingers and 2 fingers. And then I go out, and kind of like a wavy line, I'm gonna have a hill and go in. A hill. Erasing his body so that the bow is on top. And I just make a line to show the fold of it. I repeat that on the other side. Out and out. Make the hill, go in, make the hill and the line. So don't forget to erase his body. And I'm gonna have just a little bit of the bow tie hanging down. Okay? We're gonna use a cross-hatching technique to show the black of his fur. You can do it in pencil with me to learn the technique, or you can do it just in Sharpie if you know what cross-hatching is. Cross-hatching is when you make a line in one direction, and this is great for showing value because you can keep adding lines to get a darker value or make it lighter by adding less lines. And then I cross and make the lines in the opposite direction. So it's called cross hatching. I've noticed a lot of illustrators use this in books for their pictures. Artists use it. It's a very nice technique, especially to add that textured look for the fur of an animal. It's kind of fun. Okay, so those will all have to be repeated in Sharpie. The last thing I forgot is just a line to show that the hat goes around his head. And now I can go ahead and outline my cat in the hat in my black Sharpie marker. So I have the cat in the hat all drawn up and outlined in Sharpie. I added some clouds, and now I'm gonna go ahead and use my paint. Again, you can use markers and crayons to complete the coloring of your picture. You could come up with a different design in your background. I just liked the contrast of the clouds, so it's totally up to you. Okay, boys and girls, there's my cat in the hat. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and you enjoy March and the love of reading this month. See you next time.